I've had different coworkers that tried my pork chops. I've had random people who decide, I don't know what to do. I remember attending a French cooking class, and in that class I met a very cute couple. The wife was an engineer for NASA, and then the husband was a firefighter. And as firefighters have these grand meals with each other, it's usually spaghetti with meatballs or something very basic, and he wanted to have a little extra culinary touch to his meals, specifically with pork chops because they're his favorite. So I went ahead and shared this recipe with him, and from what I heard, all the firefighters are very happy with their new pork chop dish. So I was excited. Alright, so I'm going to take the basics. I'm going to take all of my ingredients, put them into one bowl. So I've got my salt, my hot crushed black pepper, my red pepper, and I've got my cumin. Gotta love that shake, and then the cardamom. We'll mix it all together. So we'll go ahead and rub this in. My recommendation is to rub it in about 10 to 15 minutes prior to cooking. So we'll take 1 tablespoon of butter, put it into the pan. I have it on medium-high. We're gonna go ahead and brown the butter. I don't know about you, but I love browning butter. And as you can see in the pan, it's browning. Brown butter smells so good. So once that it's a bit of a golden brown color, we'll go ahead and add in the fabulous pork chops. Go ahead and take one. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm going to take the other one and put it directly on the other side. Put the plate on the side. I give it about 5 minutes per side, and then until it has kind of that golden brown color. Then we'll go ahead and place the pork chop to the side. To top off my wonderfully tasty pork chops, we're going to go ahead and add in some sliced baby crimini mushrooms. And then we'll add in the dry white wine to give that extra warming finish to my meal. Then we'll go ahead and flip. Over it. Ooh, look at that goldy goodness. Go ahead and flip sides. Oh, these pork chops are looking so good. Give it another couple minutes on the other side. So its predominant energy is yin, but its minor energy is yang. So what we've done in order to make that balance occur for my cool body energy type, because we don't want to add too much cool to my diet, we'll go ahead and add those spicy ingredients. Having said that, we'll double check on the other side of our pork chops. Looks good to, looks good to me. Pork kind of jumped off the platter there. Once that's done, I'll put the pork chops, I'm going to put it to the side just for a little bit, because I want to take some of that ooey gooey goodness from the fatty pork, and I'm going to deglaze my pan. My favorite thing about deglazing is the fact that deglazing, by the way, this is my favorite dry white wine. I'm going to have about a cup and pour about a cup into the pan. Doesn't that look good? So pour about a cup, and then take a spatula and clean it up a little bit. Again, this is my favorite part about deglazing, is that I'm actually cleaning my pan and making less work for me later on. So it's one of the things I like to do. And the bonus part is, by doing this cleaning, you're actually going to add more flavor to your food. Then I'm going to take my mushrooms, baby crimini mushrooms, about 7 sliced, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into the pan. When cooking with mushrooms, I learned that you should space out your mushrooms so that they cook more evenly. We'll go ahead and increase the heat just a little bit. So we'll give it a good toss so that it coats everything in here. Excuse me, I just splattered on my stove. I'll clean that later. More work for me. Then we'll go ahead and move around the mushrooms. Use these to get our pork chops back into the pan. Make a little room for it there. And make a little more room. And what I like to do is before it goes into the oven, I want to coat the wine and the mushroom juices on both sides of the pork chop. So after I do that, give it about another couple seconds and then give it a good flip. And do the same for this one. Smells so good right now. Wish you were here. Now we're going to take this, cover it, and we're going to go ahead and put it into the oven at 350 degrees. And as mentioned, my pork chop's about 1 inch thick, so I want to put it in for maybe about 5 minutes. Go ahead and put this yummy goodness in here. Okay, about 5-6 minutes have passed. I'm going to take out this awesome smelling pork chop. Be careful. Don't do what I did earlier and burn yourself with anything. Carefully take it out. Let's look at it. Oh, doesn't that look amazing? It smells so good. So what I'm going to do is plate it and get ready to dig in. I am ready to dig in. I got my fork and knife in hand to make my first cut. Don't forget the mushrooms and the juicy sauce. Oh, this looks so good. All right, ready? It's so juicy. Excuse me. Oh, the cumin and the cardamom, earthiness of that flavor. Such a great way to get balanced. And so you go home and give it a try. See you next time.